What's up guys, Cutthroat Technics here. Today I'll be doing an interview of my friend Weiye, all new Chaos Breaker Dragon deck from the all new GBD5 Moonlit Dragon Fangs. So yeah, he's gonna be explaining the card effects because I have no idea how Link Joker works once again. So yeah, so why do you play? Why is Chaos Breaker Dragon good now?
Very simple and straightforward.
Yes, why is it?
Why? Because ever since Link Joker came out is Messiah, it was not so awesome because you have to wait for your opponent to break 3 then you can strike. Last time is a Chaos Breaker Dragon, now it's directly just counter blast and lock straight away.
Yeah,
then wait until opponent give you 4 damage, then you can soul blast to gain more hand size advantage. That's all. But right now with the new GB5 set with this G4 I'm gonna explain later, it makes CBD a more potent deck to fight back the meta. Even though it may not be as strong as a top tier deck, it can still sustain itself throughout the game with proper game control.
I see. So as well when I hear about the new Chaos Breaker strike, right? It's not Chaos Breaker strike, but it's Star-Vader strike. You can actually lock from your opponent's hand, right?
Yes. Okay.
Because it actually helps against Shadow Paladin sometimes.
It kills their hand size, their key cards.
Because you need to lock their front row, then they will like totally shut down.
You can lock their front row and also force them to reduce 1 hand card. I'm gonna explain later.
Okay.
Alright. So for this time round, we're gonna play the good old Chaos Breaker Dragon 4 cards. What it does is Limit Break 4, Soul Blast 1, E-Special Soul Blast 1 Star-Vader. When your opponent card Rear Guard is unlocked, you may Soul Blast 1. If you do, retire that unit and you draw 1 card. That's Limit Break 4. And the activate effect is Counter Blast 1. Discard a Star-Vader from hand to drop zone. Choose 1 opponent Rear Guard and lock it. That's it. It's quite a straightforward card.
So basically, it's limit break. I mean, its normal lock skill is just to
counter blast 1 and discard Star-Vader.
Yep. Then you combo with your limit break to gain pluses.
Yes, at the end of your opponent's turn now when they unlock. So this is a very good card from set 13. Dominate the game.
yeah, I remember this card everywhere.
Then he has his new partner, Chaos Bringer Star-Vader. It's a very good mid-game control because what it does is, when this unit enters the Vanguard circle, you may E-Special Counter Blast 1 Star-Vader, choose 1 opponent's Rear Guard in the back row and lock it. Good to lock their potential starters, which is Judge Down, and also their any rate 0 starters. Then Limit Break, then his second effect is Limit Break 4, Counter Blast 1. At the start of your opponent's main phase, if your opponent has 2 or more rear guards, you may pay the cost. If you do, you may search a deck for 1 CBD from the deck and superior write it in stand position. And then shuffle a deck after that.
So basically it's something like the Chrono Dragon hunts.
No, it's even better. It's even up against Mega Colony when you just and Mega Paralyze you. So if let's say they're gonna Mega Paralyze you, right? Then you have 2 lock cards in your opponent's you can just Counter Blast 1 and Limit Break 4 and superior right CBD in stand position.
I see. Oh, that's a good counter. So actually, if you fight against Dragon Hunter, this will be the best card, right? Actually.
Yes, it's a very good support as a CBD right now. That's why in Japan they're willing to play 2 to 3 cards. But this time around I play 4 just for the sake of simplicity.
Yeah, I like simple also.
Alright, let's move on to the Great Tools. For Great Tools, we have our old friend, Colony Maker, 3 cards. What it does is Counter Blast 1. When this unit enters the Rear Guard circle, if your opponent has a lock card, you may pay the cost. If you do, choose 1, search your deck for 1 Grade 1 or below Star-Vader card, call it to a Rear Guard circle and shuffle your deck.
So basically the matcha
for lock unit. Yes, it's very easy.
For 1 counter
blast, it's damn strong already.
Yeah.
Then next, we'll play 4 Photons. Where this one is a very decent card. Yes. Nice. Blaster Joker Legions for the Legion Rare. What it does is when this unit enters the Rear Guard circle, if your opponent has a lock card, choose 1 opponent Rear Guard and lock it. Just lock and lock. Simple.
Yeah, it's a +1 instantly.
Yeah. It's a Star-Vader, so it's a very straightforward deck.
Correct.
Next, we'll play the new Chaos 11k Attacker. What it does is, when this unit attacks a Vanguard, if you have a Vanguard with a Chaos in his name +2k. Second effect is, when this unit enters a Rear Guard circle, you may Counter Blast 1. If you do, if your opponent has a lock card, you may Counter Blast 1. If you do, choose one of your rear guard and opponent rear guard and lock it. Yes.
So
and
it's
you have, you
similar
must
to
be,
Photon.
yes, it has to be a chaos in the Vanguard circle.
See.
Yes, so it's a more it's a 11k attacker with a chaos ability. Vanguard as a cost as a needle.
Since anyway your Chaos Breaker Dragons or your strike is gonna lock things anyway, so you just call this guy and get another free lock.
Yes, it's make sure that you maximize your opponent's rear guard to struggle their field while we can control maintain your position.
So very easy to do
the triangle lock.
The side lock.
More than that, we'll tell more later.
Okay.
Let's move on to the great ones. For this time round, we'll play this 4 Vote line. Omega lock guy. When this unit boosts attack here, Vanguard, choose one rear guard, Omega lock. Yeah, very simple.
Yep.
For G negates, this is good enough.
Because of the does this like use a lot of counter blast?
Yes.
A lot of counter blast.
So G negate is a must because we're gonna use it to negate and inflict your damage for future users with counter blast. We'll play 2 Destiny Dealer Strider. Simply because we can use it.
Because we play this.
We play this. At the same time, you can also throw away your grade 3 because once you write a Chaos Universe or Chaos Breaker, you wouldn't likely to use your grade 3 card to call the rearguard circle. So you can keep it to a minimum of 2 just in case. But you still need it because you need to strike for when you don't have a grade 3 on your hand. Then we'll play 3 of the new card, the Zinc. What it does is, when this unit enters to the rear guard, if your opponent has a lock card, not really, during your turn, when your opponent has a lock card, put this card into a soul, counter charge 2, soul charge 2.
And you have control of chaos monster, right?
Yes, specially.
Okay,
so what you does is, normally once you lock your opponent using a chaos, and you have a chaos card, Vanguard Circle, you just go inside and counter charge 2 and soul charge. Tribute, you can set up for your Chaos Breaker Dragons to Soul Blast later to gain hand size. Massive hand size.
So,
and the last card is Lantern, whatever, Lantalian or whatever. What it does is, when this guy is on rearguard circle, when the opponent rearguard is locked, you gain 2k until the end of turn. It's just a power booster, simply can stack. You just lock 1, lock 2, you gain 11k booster. Then you plus the 11k attacker, you became 22k. Good enough to force your opponent to guard 15k guard.
Alright.
So let's move on to the triggers. Triggers will most of the time will play crits.
Wait, you play 10?
Yep. Just anyhow 10 of the Star-Vader triggers plus this new trigger. This new trigger is very awesome simply because what it does is, during your turn, if you have a lock unit in your opponent's rearguard circle, you may put this card from the rearguard on top of the deck, lock one opponent rearguard in the back row, then shuffle your deck. It's a very strong card. It does not need to have a chaos, so it can work well with Omega Glandios or even Nebula Lord Dragon to control its back row. Yes,
very useful because you can shuffle back as well.
Yeah, you shuffle back a crit for gain more crits and kill your opponent. Bam! That's why I'll play 10 straight away. Because tendency you may draw a crit trigger, right? But you can draw when you draw this useful effect, right? You can go back again and let them and crit them again.
True. And this deck doesn't really need draw power. It has the ultimate draw power.
The ultimate CBD.
Yeah.
For draw, Zero will play 2. In Japan, they have a lot of variety. They play Legion, they play draw. But by this time, I play 2 draw is simply because of Chaos Breaker's effect is too awesome already. Yep. You scared that you end up you need decking out too fast already, and you just need draw. It will be useful but I'll play 2 this time round.
Yep.
Good old Q triggers, needless to explain.
Because of Star-Vader's name.
Yes, that's all.
Yes.
The new starter from the GPT-45 set, this card is very awesome. It's a Colony Maker budget mode. What it does is, put this unit into a soul. When your opponent has a locked rear guard, you pay the cost, go inside soul, choose call 1 rear guard from your deck, grade 1 or below, to a rear guard circle.
Oh, very good. Because you can set up your field.
Yes, once it's good.
You can search Omega
vote lines. Yeah, or even your Zinc to charge more or whatever But most of the time, it's just vote line. Yeah. Omega lock, it works.
Correct.
We move on to the G units. For the G units this time round, we'll play 2 Big Crunch Dragon. Big Crush Dragon is okay because there is Omega Lock effect. What it does is turn itself face up, Counter Blast 1 turn itself face up. When you have 2 or more G units in the G zone, face up G unit in the G zone, choose one rearguard circle and lock all the units in that row instead.
Column.
Good to, yes, in the column. So it will get against resist because they got no choice but to get locked. Yes, it's a very strong card.
Oh, so even you can lock resist, right? Because it doesn't target, right?
You never target, you just lock the whole column.
Ooh,
That's
so
why Rock Flare Dragon also can burn those resist people.
I see.
Yes. We'll play this MVP guy, Chaos Universe Star-Vader. Yes, it has 2 effects when you use it. Once per turn, Counter Blast 1, turn itself face up. Then choose one of your opponent's empty rearguard circle, which is no rearguard lah. Maybe most of the time you will choose your front row. Your opponent will choose 1 card from his hand and put it as lock position. Then, if you have 2 or more G units face up in the G zone, you choose one opponent's rearguard and you lock it. So you can use it either on turn 1 for that one effect, or use it for the second time for both effects, which is a very versatile card for Chaos Breaker.
So what is the first strike normally strike in the deck?
You can normally write this guy, or this guy first, or you can write the other one, the Messiah, later. But 95% of the time you want to gain field advantage using Chaos Breaker Dragon. Doesn't matter if your opponent has a massive hand size. If you lock his front row, right, you reduce his one attack, potential attack.
Correct.
Which is a very strong move already. That's why when you use the second effect, if you lock one, then at least it's not that bad. When you use it for a second time, you lock one and lock another one rearguard straight away. Makes it only your opponent can use Vanguard to attack. It's a very good card, even when you use it as a first strider.
Yeah.
Alternatively, you can, if you feel that your opponent may be too scrub, or maybe just don't want to call some more rearguard, you may use this Genesis Messiah Judgment Dragon. What it does is, when this unit attacks hits a Vanguard, you may choose one opponent rearguard in a back row and lock it. Then you may choose up to 1 card and unlock it. 1 lock card and lock it. Most of the time, you just lock your opponent's back row, that's all. If your opponent scared to call rearguards. Then finally, we'll play one of this very old, not say old, just new better card
This
right
is
now.
a new meta card now.
Yes, because of Acelys. But we still need MST because MST is good because it's good to defend against your own mirror deck. When you lock your own units, then your own unit also get locked also.
Especially when this thing is everywhere, because it's the best deck now.
Yeah, you need to save yourself for potential crisis.
So this is for the mirror matchup.
Definitely lah. But you also help yourself lah. What it does is, when this unit attacks a Vanguard, you may Counter Blast 1. If you do choose any number of lock cards and unlock it. For each unlock cards, if you do it this way, you gain 3k, and if you have 3 or more unlock units, you gain 1 crit.
Very nice for pressure.
Very good, nice for pressure. Alright.
So I hope you guys enjoyed my friend's Weiye's Chaos Breaker Dragon deck. Be sure to add me on Facebook and subscribe to my channel. Peace out, and I love you guys.